Well, guys, looks like we're in for a major storm here, according to the weather service. It's about 1 o'clock. Supposed to be possibility of up to 3-inch hail. I can hear the cracking and the thunder all along that ridge there. Maybe you guys can hear it too. Rain feels good. I don't want the hail, but I'll take the rain. It's okay. Got my Starlink up and working. Beautiful thing, man. I got it working off my solar. I've got additional solar there, but I've got 400 watts up top, and that's another 100 watts there. So I'm going to get the batteries good and charged, and with any luck, we'll be doing the cemetery tonight here in Dawson. Stay tuned. Anyways, see you when I see you guys. It's got to be upsetting to you. I just felt the ground rumble again. Okay, guys, this is the Dawson Cemetery, one of the 10 most haunted places in New Mexico. So this is where we plan to spend the night, maybe a couple of days. If we could get the satellite working, we'll spend a couple of days here. Let's see. Public access is restricted to within cemetery fence and the immediate parking lot only. The land is private property. Do not trespass. Okay, well, that's good. We'll do that. Stay to the immediate parking area. This is it, guys. The haunted cemetery. So this is where we'll be spending the night for sure. We are at Dawson Cemetery here in New Mexico, one of the top 10 most haunted locations in all of New Mexico. I don't know, personally, I don't know why you would hang around a cemetery after death. I don't know why you would hang around a cemetery after death. Very cool old cemetery, for sure. But and I'll get the dates up here before I start quoting dates, but there was 2 major explosions on 2 different dates, in which I think in all 383 miners all died in those 2 explosions, between those 2 explosions. And so that's what all the white crosses as we get over there represent. This memorial pit car is dedicated and honored to all who worked, lived, died in Dawson. Presented by the descendants, Tom Hayes Sr., James B. Hayes, George Hayes, and Lyle D. Roper. So that's a little tribute they made towards the miners here. And I'll tell you what, guys, last night, we talk about dark and dark. When there's no moon out like last night, it is dark here. I'm telling you what, so it's going to be a fun one for me to be here in one of the most haunted cemeteries by myself in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no ambient light. So stay tuned for that. I plan on getting it started around dark. maybe a little after. So I'm thinking 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. Sooner if I can. I'm going to have to recharge everything after all this. This was a baby's grave. I did find that out yesterday. Kind of sad. And is that Lon Wolpert? May 16th, 1916, died September of 1917. So wasn't very old, that's for sure. Kind of an interesting one over here too. And this is, can't really read it, Me Morley, I think it says, Me Be Morley or something. Can't really read it, it's pretty faded out, but it was like a conquistador spear. This would have been the part of the 383 miners that were killed in those two mining explosions. There's nothing left of the original town of Dawson whatsoever. I did meet with the ranch manager this morning. He had pulled up, seeing what I was up to, and we talked a little bit before the big storm came through. And he let me know that there's not a single building left, and even the foundations, most of the foundations are gone. So three brothers died all at, let's see, yeah, in the mining blast of 1913. How cool is this, guys? I'm able to bring you this from live from a remote location. Pretty amazing. And I owe it to you guys for supporting the channel and through all your bits, cheers, and donations. I couldn't, and not only that, just having the brainstorms that we do, and guys like Wanty and Batch that have the technical skills to bring this and make it happen, and know what I need to get to make it happen. But the support has been amazing, and I owe it all to you guys. Thank you so much. And it's only going to get greater from here. Lots of cool adventures ahead. This could get interesting over here. There's a sarcophagus that looks like it's been broke. Oh, there's a body down there, guys. That is Nanny Hill, Nanny S. Hill. She died in 1923, born in 1867. But the top of her sarcophagus has caved in. And I see the coffin down there, guys. I see the coffin. I can't reach over this bar. I don't really want to crawl over it in case it collapsed some more. I've been there, done that. Interesting. So we're going to leave Nanny alone. Nanny S. Hill. Leave her alone. But obviously, she's been exposed. I wonder why they would have done that anyways. Why she would have been buried in like a cellar rather than being buried with dirt around her. I don't know. So I was getting ready to take a shower before the rain actually came. And there, I see Archie sitting at the door over there. Before the storms came, and so I had my outdoor shower all set up, and I'm walking around. I got no clothes on because there ain't nobody out here. There ain't nobody for miles, right? So I got my towel set up outside, my soap, and came in to get something, and stepped completely off the RV, stark ass naked, not a stitch of clothes, not even my hat. And sure enough, there goes Archie. Sure enough, there was a car pulled up and parked in front of the camper that I didn't see. And there was a husband, wife, and a young son. But fortunately, when I stepped off, they had already went down the hill a little bit. And so they didn't actually catch me. But it could have been quite embarrassing and would have required somebody a lot of therapy to get over such a horrific sight as to seeing me run around naked. So I'm glad for their sake that they didn't have to endure that. But yeah, I guess I should do double looks before I just bail off the camper totally naked. There he is, my little buddy, little Archie cat. He's a good traveler. He sticks around pretty well. He'll come in when I call him. Don't have to worry about him running off. He knows which side of his bread is buttered, and so he's quite content hanging out. But we will be streaming live tonight. I am solo, and like I say, if it's any indication of what kind of night I'm going to have, gauging from last night, it's going to be intense. Last night around 1 o'clock in the morning, I got in here actually around 6:30ish, and I was exhausted by traveling all day and doing stuff that I didn't feel like going out and investigating. I just kind of parked up, got the RV in order, and figured I would do it today. And so I didn't investigate, but the story is you hear disembodied voices, apparitions, the ground will rumble for whatever reason. There's, as I said, apparitions, shadow figures, disembodied voices. And one of the things that I heard right away was sounded like screaming off in the distance at the corner of the cemetery here. There's absolutely nobody within miles of this place because I'm 5 miles off the main road. The main road being, I would say, probably maybe 20 cars an hour might go down that main road. So I'm a long ways from any major major city for sure, but anybody in close proximity to where I'm at. So regardless, if something, and I realize this is shaking, guys. Sorry, something I got to work on. Um, but I'm a long ways away from any help if something was to go south. So I'm definitely on my own and solo out here. So at any rate, I got here around 6:30 last night, got things arranged, and by like 10 o'clock, because I'm kind of, well, because of the fact that the generator's not running, I don't want to run down my solar batteries, and so I just went to bed. I was tired anyways. Well, around 1 o'clock in the morning, that's when I heard the scream. Then I heard somebody outside, and then over on the other side, and then so I was hearing knocking around the RV here. So I looked out the windows here and whatnot, and after the second or third knock, I went ahead and went outside and looked around. There was nobody around. No reason for that. But then also, sometime in between those two times, I'm laying down in the back, and a couple of times I could feel kind of the bed rumbling, almost like an earthquake time type of thing. Somebody, there are people that claim that that's due to the underground explosions because there is coal mines around here that will be forever on fire as long as they have an air source. So they create little explosions, and that's what I'm feeling. Um, Definitely felt stuff vibrating and moving around yesterday night. Heard the scream and then the knocking and nobody there. So it's going to be an interesting night. Again, I'm solo. I'm the only one here. Me and Archie. Archie doesn't have a choice, and if anything attacks me, I'm going to grab him and throw him at him, because Archie will tear him up. But yeah, so we're going to do an exploration investigation. I've got my ghost hunting equipment up there. I imagine I want to use the parabolic mic because I don't hear without it. I want to use the parabolic mic. I'm going to use carry my camera, of course, and I may, from that matter, I have a millimeter up there, which I don't want too much stuff in my hands, but I might take it along with the spirit box and the SB7 and maybe do a spirit box session out there. We'll have to kind of play that by ear. There we go. So I'll charge my phone. I'll check the batteries, get them charged up as far as the cell service, and I should be good to go. We know for at least an hour or so tonight. We'll see how long it lasts. If I burn up the batteries, then they'll recharge in the morning as soon as I have cell night. So I'm not too concerned about that. Anyways, guys, with that, I hope you guys join me tonight. Again, I don't know what time it'll be. I'm thinking 8:30, 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Can you hear me now? Is there anybody here with me? Beautiful sunset. Looks clear so far, that's for sure. All right, guys, I don't know how long this is going to last. But due to the fact that I lost my generator last Thursday, I spent the weekend diagnosing it, and I figured out what the part was that I need to replace. However, I'm in the middle of nowhere and have been for the last all weekend. I was in Trinidad. I figured that somebody would have the part, but it was the weekend, and I wasn't able to get the part. So I'm limited on solar power. Rather than waste my time here and tell you about it, I'll just walk and talk. So there's no guarantees how long I'll have the Starlink, but this thing's amazing. If you saw the video earlier today, I'm quite impressed at how well it was working. One other thing I want to say to everyone who may be watching is I don't recommend investigating solo. I do it. I've been doing this for probably twice as long as a lot of you have been alive, if not more. I do take a lot of precautions, but all the same, Because I solo RV and travel all over the country, it's kind of hard to have a partner when I'm ready to investigate, so I just do it. But I do not recommend that anybody do solo investigations. If you do, I would say make sure that you do a walkthrough in the daytime, be in an abandoned location, any kind of site. Do a walkthrough during the daytime, look for any obstacles or hidden hazards, and try to remember those, or maybe even mark them, wells and such like that you can fall into, and then proceed with caution, again with a partner. But I feel like I got you guys with me. Hey Rico, how are you? Feel like I got you guys with me. Where we're at today, or tonight, we've done a lot actually. A couple of haunted abandoned locations, Ledlow, the massacre site, a haunted abandoned storage facility that was an abandoned exploration. What the heck? Train museum, the airplane museum. So this is a ghost hunt tonight. We're at the Dawson Cemetery. It's 5 miles back to the main highway. The main highway might have maybe 100 cars pass by it in an hour. It's not a real busy highway. So I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm 5 miles back from that main road. So I can scream, hoot, and holler. Ain't nobody going to hear me. But this has a reputation for disembodied voices, apparitions, earth trembles, what else? Shadow figures. And I could tell you last night when I was here, it was too late to start an investigation, so I didn't. Got in about 6:30 last night, and I decided, well, I'll just do it tonight. Parabolic mic. Whoa. Not necessarily cold tonight. It's just a matter of, I got this on and some off on my face. The bugs were so bad earlier, I don't want to deal with them. So I got this sweatshirt on. It's cool, but it's more just to keep the bugs off of me. Hang on a second. There we go. All right. Oof. I got the parabolic mic on now. Now I can hear. So what the story is here, guys, and the reason they suspect it's so haunted was they had 2 major explosions in one of the major mines. Heard something over here. At any rate, between the 2 explosions, 383 men died in the mine, either from the explosion or asphyxiation. You can hear the wind a little bit. And they're all pretty much buried in this section here. These were all the miners. So that's why they suspect that it's so haunted, is because these guys died such a horrific death. And you guys hear that wind noise? Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Yeah, so the town of Dawson has since been completely torn down, and I guess there was a fire initially, and then they just went ahead and tore what was remaining down. And I guess I have to check that date because I'm not sure when all that happened. I think it was in the 1960s. So all that remains here now is the cemetery. And as I say, it kind of sits out here in the middle of nowhere, 5 miles off the main road. And nothing out here. And in fact, you get to the cemetery entrances down the hill a little bit, and it kind of comes up a windy road and then levels out here to the cemetery. But down there at the bottom, you have no choice. You have to stop here at the cemetery because the gate is shut and locked again, part of the Dawson Ranch or whatever it's called. I believe it's Dawson. It's all shut down and they don't want anybody trespassing. That's funny. I looked over there to that little donkey with that cow skull. I thought it was a black cow with a white face, like a dairy cow. Funny. I do have the parabolic mic on right now, squeezing the trigger so I can hear anything that happens around me. Hopefully you can see it here. And I just aim it and it picks up the sound. You'll hear that mouse fart 100 yards away. So I've got it on full. So I should be able to hear anything. So what I plan to do is maybe sit down with I've got the millimeter in my pocket, and do an EVP session somewhere. The millimeter kind of has multiple tools on it. EMF detector. It's kind of got like a REM pod built in. With sound. It has a light indicator. So if there is any rise in the EVPs, the light will light up for me and draw my attention. Plus it'll give me a digital readout of whatever that increase is. So, a cricket. Okay, so in a town that only had 6,000 people, there are a lot of people buried here, as you can see. Oh, cool. Just a nonsense name. Okay, cool. Fiend. Cool. All right. So this was, let me flip the light down a little bit so it doesn't blind the picture. There we go. But it still gives us enough light. You can see some of the miners. That was apparently just before they closed down the mine. It says last car coal dumped. Okay, this must have been their company here, Dawson Coal and Coke, Dawson Fuel Cells Company. Preparation promptness, the quality coal, Dawson, New Mexico. And here's where it talks about the demise of the miners. Dawson Cemetery, National Registry of Historic Places, April 9th, 1992. Nomination of a cemetery in a national registry is rare. It must meet special considerations. The Dawson Cemetery met these requirements for the association, which followed with historic events. Broad and diverse patterns of immigration to our country, history of coal mining and company to towns. Okay, if you can see here, it's kind of jumps. It's kind of hard to read, especially. Anyways, specifically, its association with two of the worst coal mine disasters in the history of the American coal mining. In 1913, okay, I think I said 19, I'm not sure what I said, but anyways, it was 1913 and 1923. The rows of white crosses in the cemetery mark the graves of miners killed in those two disasters. And then over here, it goes on to tell you that 383 miners, including a great number of battalions, lost their lives in two explosions on October 22nd, 1913 and February 8th, 1923. So, yeah, 383 miners. Had a heck of a storm come through here for a while today. Got a lot of moisture, which is nice. A, it makes it a little cooler. B, it makes things a little greener. And C, I'm less likely to see the rattlesnakes. Either that or it'll drown them out, and they'll be everywhere trying to wait for their homes to dry up. That's pretty cool. Like a flickering lantern. Let me turn off the light and see if you guys can get more of the effect. There's another one over here. Sun is just about gone down. This is what I see, guys. I could see just a little bit of light over there to the west. And that's it. I'm in this cemetery all by my lonesome. All right, go ahead and walk on up here. As I said earlier today, I thought this was a Hispanic cemetery due to the fact that, to me, I thought a lot of the names looked Hispanic, but actually they're Italian. So, all right, got the parabolic mic going again. Zamoni, Mr. Zamoni, Mrs. Zamoni, I suppose it's Mr. So there's a whole nother section over here. We'll go to it shortly. What was that? Got the parabolic mic and I just heard something off over this direction. See a light over there in the corner. What the hell is that? You guys hear that? Okay, I'm getting a lot of static over this direction. And I thought I just saw movement up there at the top. Up by that big headstone. And I'm getting, through the parabolic mic, I'm getting a staticky noise. But it's only in that direction. You guys can't hear it. Over here, nothing. Yeah. And I thought I saw movement up here at this big headstone at the top. I don't see that anymore, but it looked like it was something up by this big headstone moving around. And if it was an animal, I would see his eyeballs. And I don't see any eyeballs looking back at me. I gotta take a break here. Tired all this walking I've done today. We've done this once today, and this is actually uphill. If you saw the video or the pictures that I posted on Facebook, you would see that beautiful backdrop of the hillside behind us. I'm going to that open grave. You're right. You're right. And that's where I saw that movement just now, at that open grave, because what I thought I saw was right off over here, right in that area there. But let's go look at that open grave. This is a sarcophagus that has caved in from the top. I'll give you a look-see down. How is it now? For the love of, here it is right here. I see it now. I'll step in. But I'm going to put this down because Parabolic Mike has decided to fall apart on me. So I'm going to show you the top that's caved in, and then we'll look in the top, and I'll show you the grave, the coffin. Whew. Oh God. There we go. I'll show you the coffin down below. So I can see that there you can see pretty well the top of the or top or bottom, whichever it is, of the coffin. Then it runs along here and off to the side here. So yeah, the body is not exposed, but there's a lot of on top of the coffin now, and hang on. Did you call out, "Hey, you"? Did you call out, "Hey, you"? My name is Dennis. What the hell, man? If you just said Dennis, that is correct. Okay, guys, I've got my millimeter with me, and I'm going to go ahead and we'll just kind of do an EVP session here. Turn on the backlight. And as you can see, let's just set it right here on top of. Let's talk with Nanny. Now, what'll happen, guys, is watch. I'll turn off the light for a second. So if anything sets this off, it'll start the alarm. Whoops, the alarm going off. Let's put her sideways here. There, you can see the alarm going off. Kind of like a, what the hell is that? What? Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? You had to heard that. They just called out to me again. Nobody heard that? Something is talking to me. Let me put this back up here. Why do they make these so that they don't stand up? I don't know. There we go. All right. All right. Nanny, I don't mean you any disrespect, and I'm sorry this has happened to your grave. It's got to be upsetting to you. I just felt the ground rumble again. Under my rumbling. Nanny, I don't mean you any disrespect. If this upsets you, I can try to contact somebody, or at least let the people know tomorrow that this needs to be fixed and addressed, because it's not right. And at least do my part. There's nobody around here. Hell, they would have to hike in to get here. And I can see the road from the RV. There's nobody down there. There's nobody here messing with me. Nanny, I have a little device on top of your grave here. And it measures different things. There's no electronic devices out here, so it would light up and let me know if there's any disturbance in the electromagnetic field. And anything can create that, including you. Also, I have this other little device that if you even come close to it, it'll make the lights light up and let me know you're near me. Nanny, are you still here with me, or did you move somewhere else? I imagine you probably just went on to the light. Said the heck with this world. Yeah, it hasn't even budged off of, I'm not even getting any EMFs here, so. Gonna hit 50, yeah, good. Good sleeping weather. I'll sleep good tonight and then hit Cimarron fresh tomorrow. Ugh. All right, thank you. Yeah, the temperature it said is 59 right now. 60.5. 60.8. Okay, let's put that down, turn this off. Off, okay. Alright, I gotta pick up that parabolic mic. I'm gonna have to fix it. I can't hear without it. Ooh. Now I gotta tote this damn parabolic mic. Ugh. I grabbed it, and apparently the last time it got used there at the Abbey, somebody, I suppose, dropped it, didn't tell me about it, and just put a little tape on there which is fine, you know, I mean, things happen. But they didn't tell me, and I could have fixed it properly. So I get ready to use it tonight, and I'm running out of time and realize that it was broke. So I haven't had time to really try to fix it. Not the end of the world, but I'd really like to be able to hear who's going to get me before they get me. You know, I mean, that would be cool. I want them goblins sneaking up on me. I want to hear them. I want to hear them. See if they got a bone to pick with me or something. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you, Nanny. I see something down there. Looks like eyes looking back at me. I don't know if you guys can see it by that post. As long as it's not Beelzebub, we're good. Okay, it's gone now. We'll go back and we'll look here in a minute. Hearing sounds, but I don't trust my hearing. Sorry. My hearing is weird, guys. It's like when something is in front of me and I hear the noise, sometimes it seems like it's behind me or on side of me. It's tough being hard of hearing too. I'm telling you, getting old is not for sissies, but I highly recommend it. All right, let's see what we can go do here. I'm doing all I can to hang in there, but it ain't easy some days. Let's get this power on. Here we go. We're firing it up. There we go. We got 0, 0. It's 58 degrees, 58.2. Let's put it right here in this ore cart, huh? So 57 degrees, there you can see it's kind of the rim pod, sets it off. You can hear it. I don't know if you could or not. You probably could. There's the EMF detector. And then, of course, it's giving me the ambient temperature. Just warmed up a little bit. And dropped off another 2 degrees as that air kicked up. All right. Hey, guys, I see a bench over here. We're moving. We're moving. We're going over here. I can sit down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Wonder how much you can see back here. If I set this up there. Let's try this, huh? Let's just try it and see. All right, so it's a balmy 61 degrees, 60, 59, 59.2, 59.1, 58.7. As that wind kicks up, it gets a little colder, as to be expected. All right. Seemed like earlier, even with the parabolic mic, I could hear somebody calling out, "Hey, you." From there, I told them my name was Dennis, and I could then hear through the parabolic mic them call out Dennis, I believe twice. Then I've heard several times somebody calling out, but I couldn't really make out Sorry, I saw some eyes looking back at me. Way off over there. Then I could hear something calling out, but I really couldn't make out what it was saying. And here we are. We went up, then the parabolic mic broke. We went up to the grave that had caved in, the sarcophagus, and looked down into it. You could definitely see the coffin down below, but it's been buried in a bunch of debris. Let me just get a little rest here, and then we'll get moving around a little bit again. Tomorrow I'll be in Cimarron. We'll check out the old jailhouse. I'll give you a walking tour of the town, the St. James Hotel, the old gristmill, and if we have time, we'll take you up to the sorry, a yawn. Take you up to the old cemetery, which is very interesting. Someone was asking earlier if there's any gunfighters there, and we had Zan Grey, the great Western novel writer there. We had Bat Masterson, the Earp Brothers, Doc Holliday, Jesse James, Billy the Kid, Henry Lambert, Mary Lambert. A lot of rich history there, and we'll go through that tomorrow. Batman. No, but they got bat rooms. That's where you go do 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 in the bat room. Okay, dad joke. Oh, I see eyeballs. That was up where I saw that thing moving around that headstone too. Let's go check that out. I got a little bit of energy. I don't know how far I can go, but we'll go. I see it looking back at me. And that's where I saw that movement up by the headstone earlier. But by the time I got up there, it was gone. All right. Got the millimeter in my hand. It's not changing. Wait, we got a 1 milligeist right here as I get closer. If it starts going up, guys, then the light's starting to dim again. Oh, that was me. Okay, I just cranked it up. Okay, I think I see what I thought was something looking at me. Something on this headstone up here. 59 degrees. One milligeist. Grave caved in there. Well, the fence around it anyways. Whew. So, did a lot of walking today. Okay, I know what was shining on it. It was actually photographs that are implanted on this headstone. So let's go check them out. Unfortunately, this is Peter Mataja, handsome looking devil, but it looked like he unfriended his wife. She's been deleted. Yeah, that was actually a photograph for he died in 1922, so 1877 and 1922. Wasn't that old. What's that make him? 50, 33 and 22. 33, 43, 53, and 2 makes it 54. He's 54. I'm thinking that was a younger picture of him for sure. There we go. Florijan, Comadadina. I don't know why they'd be side by side like this and not the same last name. I'm not sure. Unless they weren't married. I'm trying. I don't even see the RV now. Archie must have left without me, the little shit. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. Alright, make a noise. Let me know you're here. I'm all by myself. I need a friend. Otherwise, I'd be afraid. Let me know that you're here with me so I don't have to be afraid. Right? Right? And I'd like to report a stolen RV. I got a description of the driver. He's orange and white. Kind of look like Garfield. If Garfield was like a real cat. So I'm not sure what to think of that. I hear talking. And it may just be my ears or something. Is there somebody here? I'd like into your conversation if you'll allow me. But you got to speak louder. I can't hear you. La luna bella naturale brillano. Io te amo, Luna. Well, that's pretty much the extent of my Italian. I could say spaghetti, and of course meatballs, and ravioli, yeah, fettuccine, Alfredo, yeah. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. There goes something live across the field. Did you see it? I think it was our ghost of Easter pass again. It was a little bunny, little cottontail. He scurried across over here, getting too close to invading his space. I'm surprised it was a little cottontail and not a jack. I would have figured this was more jackrabbit country than cottontail. Jackrabbits are huge, but maybe they like the warmer climate. Might be still a little bit high and a little bit cool here for jackrabbits' liking. Hello? Anybody here? That collapsed grave is right off over there. We're pretty close to it, actually. My hands are actually getting cold. Fortunately, I have one mitten, but it seems to had shrunk in the washer. I don't know where that came from. I just now found it in my pocket while I was here. A little child's glove. I don't know where that come from. Honestly, I have no idea where that came from. Especially this size. Kitty size. Kitty meaning kiddo. Child. Thank you, Starlink. All right. Okay, guys, you got to stay inside the gate. All right, guys, here we go. With that, I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the stream. Thanks for the biddies and cheers and the donations. It's you guys that make all this possible, and my ability to travel and buy the equipment that I need to stream such things as I do. This is all your contributions, man, and I can't thank you enough, because it makes it fun for everybody that I'm able to do this for you. So thank you, guys. You new follows, thank you so much. I appreciate that as well, and I'll do my best to make my streams worthwhile and keep you coming back. I don't always do ghost stuff. I do gold panning and metal detecting and abandoned exploration. Sometimes I do a stop at museums, roadside oddities, that sort of stuff. You never know what I'm going to do, hence the name What's Up Gramps. So you just got to turn on your notifications, and when I pop up, come see what I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing, then stick around. If not, then there's a lot of great channels on Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. I won't have my feelings hurt if you go somewhere else because you don't like maybe what I'm doing that day, but keep checking out what I'm doing. And thank you so much. Again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, get on the RV, check and see what my cat's doing. And yeah, you guys have a great evening. And as always, I will see you when I see you. Good night, everybody.